Hello, this is Christy Salanzi. I'm going to show today how to improve all the relevant tasks within your company. I'm not speaking about improving one task, two tasks, or three tasks, and especially not short-term improvement. I'm speaking about a comprehensive long-term improvement. When this is going to happen, your company is going to operate at a much higher level of both efficiency and flexibility. You will also look different at some key processes as onboarding of new employees, change management, compliance, quality, innovation, or operational communication. Our method consists of an improved management of all the information that is required for an employee to perform a task. We've been using it for more than 10 years with great success for medium and large companies. Let's take a quick look at the challenges an employee is facing when performing a new task. Number one is that they face overwhelming amounts of information. They have to dig through loads of procedures, training materials, best practices, communication about changes, and so on. Number two, this information is not neatly stored in one place, but is rather scattered across multiple applications and repositories. More than this, it changes frequently. If you went to training 6 months ago, chances are that something has changed in the meantime. So this is not an easy place to be for the regular employee. So what we say is that the better management of this information is the key to the improvement of task execution. In order to overcome this challenge, we need to look at the information that is required to execute the task. And basically, we can split into this information in two categories. Number one, we call it information, operational information, and it has to do with the applications such as ERP, CRMs, Salesforce automation, HR information system. What is specifically about this category is that the activities within these applications, they are mechanical. I enter one invoice, I enter the second invoice, I enter the third invoice, everything is mechanical. The second category, we call it support information. And it can be broken down into three categories: the why, the how, and what. And this category appeals to the human side of the work. The why consists of a statement or an article that is motivating the employee to do the job. The how, it describes, it contains information such as procedure, training, contains training materials, news, uplinks, FAQs, and so on. The what would contain outstanding tasks, notifications about ongoing activities, or KPIs. When we work with the customer for the first time, we look at the operational information landscape and we find that is rather mature. And any improvement, of course, you can improve things such as upgrade an application to a newer version. You can add a module, you can add a workflow, and so on. But everything you do in this area is rather expensive and time-consuming, and it's not delivering such amazing results. On the other hand, when you look at the support information, well, this is the holy grail, because this support information is typically really poorly structured. Not most, but some of the information is missing, and it's not properly structured so that people can consume it the way they should. When investing in this area it's simple, it's fast, and delivers solid results. Let's look at a short example. This is an intranet that most of the companies would have. What is specific about this intranet is that for every single internal service, there is a dedicated page that it's collecting all the information that is required to deliver it to the internal customers. So the internal customer would first know why this task is important. Second, he would know what to do. The system would surface the outstanding task that the user would have to perform. Then anything else would have to do with the how. The basis of any consistent activity is delivered by forms and procedures, and those would be extracted from the repository where they would be stored. The second would have to do with news, and news are very important because you want to keep the user up to date. but also you want to surface all the changes that happened recently. So in case something has changed since the last time when I did perform the activity, I find it here. I scroll down a bit, and I find frequently asked questions and associated answers. And this is very cool because I find the answers here I do not have to call my colleagues or the support department in charge. Then I have training materials that otherwise would sit on an e-learning platform, would be a PowerPoint that would be stored on somewhere on the internet or on a shared drive. And it's being here, it helps me to catch up with things really quickly. Then I have detailed information about very specific use cases. Next, I have a link that is taking me directly to the screen where I have to perform my activity. Otherwise, in most companies, you'd have a long list with all the applications that would be available to you, but you would not know exactly which application to use when, number one. And second, if they have multiple modules, you have to figure out which module to use. Next, support contacts. You find it here on the page. You don't have to browse around. You don't have to ask around who's going to help you with your questions. In most companies I know, locating the right person who can help you with your trouble, can be a real challenge. The last but not the least is the feedback. Typically, in a company, feedback goes through the normal hierarchy, and most of it gets lost. In our system, basically you have a way to send feedback directly from the internal customer to the person who's who's responsible for the internal service. Basically, the whole page is direct communication between those two roles. We build such a page for every internal service within the company. Maybe not to the same extent, maybe some of them they would have added specific types of information. Maybe not all the information would be added from the beginning because it takes a bit of time, but you start with a shared approach and then improve it afterwards. When this happens, it's going to become very easy for the employees to access your internet, find their topic that they are interested in, and then find their specific answer. Let's look at some benefits of this approach. Number one, for the employee. For each task, all the information is readily available in one place. Number two is that he has a consistent experience for all the tasks that he's supposed to perform. So this is making him a lot more relaxed when it comes to new things that have changed, and so on. For the company, it's simply becoming a better place to work. All the normal tasks, the regular tasks, they are becoming easier to be performed. Number two, it increases sales through better motivation, through better availability of key information. It increases the flexibility because any change is surfaced at the moment when I need it the most, and this is when I have to perform a task related with the change. Number three, compliance is very important. It's improving because I quickly find out the standard to which I'm supposed to perform a certain task. It also lowers turnover because it's not so much of a difficulty to perform most of my tasks, and also lowers the support cost because all the answers most of the answers are being provided by an information system, by a computer, rather than rather expensive employees. We call our approach Zenify. We've been using it for more than 10 years to deliver exceptional results to medium and large customers. What we discussed today, it's not a comprehensive approach. It's just the core of this methodology. There are a few things surrounding it. Because of time limitation, we just cannot explain everything here. Please feel free to contact us, send us an email, contact us through our web form, but do it as soon as possible. Your company is going to greatly benefit from you. Your colleagues will thank you. Your customers will be happier. Your management and the shareholders would be a lot better. Thank you very much for your time. We look forward to hear from you.